Well, guys, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, I've got a bit of a problem. You see, I used to love to build, and I enjoy building, and I'm always excited about the process. But I got this sawmill, and I've started milling my own lumber, and I've got all this lumber that I can build with, but I don't want to stop and build. I just want to mill more logs because it's so much fun. Seriously, I love milling lumber. I cannot keep milling at the pace that I'm milling because I either won't have any logs left or I won't have any trees left. So I'm gonna have to find me a source of logs at some point here. So I guess I'm gonna make myself stop milling and start building because I've got to put some siding on this mill shed. And that is exciting. I want to get into this, but I wanted to share my excitement for using the mill. We've got the Mechmax SM26 mill, and this was a sponsored mill. Mechmax sent us this mill to share with you guys, and we have a link and a discount code that we'll put down in the description. And if you use code Lucas 5% off, then you'll save several $100s when you buy a mill, and I'll earn a little bit of commission. So I always like to lead with that because I want you to know that this is sponsored, but I also want you to know you can save a few bucks if you want to get into this kind of like we have. I am going to start putting siding on this end where the mill head is going to be. I'm going to put siding on this end here completely. And I probably will put siding on this back side right here completely. Then I think we'll put some siding on the upper portion of this end down here and the upper portion of this wall down here. But I think I want to leave this end open so that I can push on logs with my tractor if I need to. And I like to be able to see, you know, what's going on around me as much as possible. I'm waiting for extensions so that I can mill longer logs because I need a 16-foot board to span across this opening so that I can bring my siding down further. I'd like to bring my siding down to the level of this right here. So I will actually attach a board right here and extend it on down to the other end down there so that I'll have siding extending down a couple of feet across here. And that will also shade the mill head from the sun a little bit more just to keep it from fading and all that. I think it'll make the front of the building look nicer, and we don't need overhead clearance coming in, so I think that will work well for that. Well, poo. Ain't so sure, but what? I didn't just run out of gas. Well, I guess we're building with screws or nails or something now. I don't know. I got to go figure out what I've got because I just ran out of gas. Well, no more nailing than I've got to do. I'm just going to use a strip of nails and drive them in. Don't laugh at me. A union framer I am not. I had someone tell me one time, commenting on my building and driving nails, that I guess they were a union framer, and they said that you basically got 2, maybe 3 strikes to get the nail drove home. That was kind of the expectation. I wouldn't last very long on that job. Goodness gracious. But hey, looky there. We're level. All right. I learned something the other day watching my good friends Brad and Deb start framing up their pole barn. They had the main frame of the structure put up, the roof part put up by Backwoods Buildings, I think it was, and then they were wanting to finish it out on their own, so they had all the lumber delivered to put the girts on and put the metal on. And they had a whole bunch of 2x6s sent to them, and they thought it was way too much, so they called the company and said, I think you sent us too much lumber. And they said, no, you're going to use bookshelf framing to build this. That's something I wasn't familiar with. All it is putting a girt like this, and then on the inside of your building, between your posts, you lay one sideways, so you make an L shape, like a bookshelf. So you have a shelf on the inside. But what that does is keeps your wall from flexing like this. And in a pole barn, if you ever built a pole barn garage or whatever, you know, you go to hang something on your wall, they shake a little bit. Well, I've never built one that way, but I'm probably going to start. And I'm going to start with this. So I'm going to actually bookshelf these on this 10-foot end wall here, and that will sturdy this up, but it also will give me some ledges inside where I can set things and store things. So I like the idea. Thanks, guys. Guys, I'm just gonna be honest. I'm losing my britches here. I've lost a few pounds doing my little exercise thing, and my pants are a little too big. Got back down to my last notch on my belt. Now, when I hang my hammer in my pants, it's pulling them down. I guess that's a good problem to have, right? Well, I'll tell you what, right about now is when I need Caden up here. Caden's at his Nana and Granddad's. We call him Dad, so he's at Nana and Dad's, and he's playing with his cousin. So here I am building by myself. This is for the birds, man. I like building with Caden. I think I'm gonna like this. Well, guys, I learned a few things while framing with our own rough cut lumber, and one of those is I kind of enjoy driving nails when I'm just out here doing it for fun. Probably would be a smart move for me to pick up some nails that don't cost a fortune that are meant for my Paslode Nailer, but hey, it's what I had up here, so that's how I got through the night and got this part of the building framed up. Now, I will say this all went really well. It was pretty cool to take my own 2x4s that I milled that were standing trees that were dangerous and about to fall over just 2 weeks ago, and frame up this end of our mill shed. I am very excited that I learned a new building style with this bookshelf framing. I really like the fact that it stiffens up these walls, because I was a little concerned with my normal framing style spanning 10 foot. And I was trying to decide if I was going to need a king stud, maybe put another post in the center or what. But this is going to make nice solid walls. A big thank you to Brad and Deb at Piney Grove for sharing that information about their build. And if you are not following them, be sure and look them up and subscribe to their channel. They are building their own dream homestead as they head towards retirement. And it's pretty exciting to watch. They're out there living their dream just like I am here, doing the things that they want to do with their life, and it's really enjoyable. So be sure and check them out. They're good friends of mine. I think I'm going to call it a day. I got this end framed up. So tomorrow I'll probably be able to come up here and start putting up some siding, and that's exciting. Like I said, I'm waiting on my mill extension so I can mill one more board that's long enough to span across this 16 foot so that I can nail siding to that. Once I can get that done, then I'll be able to finish the whole outside of this building. And it's going to be really nice. Hope you enjoyed today's video, getting to see me work a little bit more on the mill shed using lumber that we milled with our MechMax SM26. Till next time, you get outside and enjoy God's creation, because it is beautiful out here. Y'all have a good day.